both aeration basins flow into this splitter
Okay,
box.
so really you've got another splitter here.
Yeah,
is really what you got.
that's more accurate. Yeah.
I got it.
We're here under a program we were funded by the Environmental Protection Agency. We've been out doing some process improvements at the wastewater treatment plant, and we're looking at ways to help them save money, get the environment cleaner. In any city, wastewater treatment uses a lot of energy. If you were to compare the wastewater treatment plant to the police department or the convention center, the wastewater treatment plant uses way more energy because they're blowing a lot of air. It takes a lot of energy to treat that. So one of the things we look for is how can we help them save energy. Another thing we're looking for is, are they treating the water well so that after it's treated, it's okay to release to the environment. And they're usually looking at that very strongly because the state looks at that and the EPA, everyone's looking at that. So that's kind of standard. So the energy is kind of the new twist that many people are looking at in wastewater treatment.
This here is a grit removal auger. Drops, you can see one of our sludge trailers under it here just to catch any grit.
And the other thing we're looking at is just how are they managing the whole site. So for example, when you treat wastewater, you have to add a lot of materials. You have to add polymer, you have to add chlorine, for example. So the less materials they use, the better it is for the environment and the more efficient the city is operating, basically. So we're looking at efficiency of the operation in general. There's a lot of things that people can do to help the wastewater plant. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is that oil and grease really shouldn't be poured down the drain. So for example, if you're frying something up, you've got a fair bit of, grease in your frying pan, it's best to wipe it out with a paper towel and throw that in trash. Because the wastewater plant, if it gets too much oil and grease, they go out of compliance with the state and they get violations and the plant doesn't work. And so what the plant does is it treats the water, it gets rid of all the, E. coli really well, and it is designed to handle that part, but it's not really designed to handle a lot of oil and grease. So that's one simple thing. Don't put the oil and grease down the drain, wipe it out and put it in the trash. That's a simple thing. And the other thing is that the wastewater treatment plant does is it has to grind up anything that's a solid. And the more solids that come into that plant, and they call them rags. Now rags can include anything from a feminine hygiene product to a real rag to, a baby diaper, okay? So anything like that, it actually makes the wastewater plant work harder. Grinding uses energy. They have to pull that out, same like with the oil and grease, put it in the trash instead of down the drain, basically. And those are two big things that the community can do to help the wastewater treatment plants. And one of the things that is interesting and unique about the city's wastewater treatment plants is that these plants only take consumer waste. They're not taking industrial wastewater. So really anything that you as a consumer do or don't do helps or hurts the city. So those decisions, those little decisions you make, oil and grease and products that shouldn't go, down the toilet, they really do help the city.